All right, welcome back to It's New. We all hope you sincerely had a really wonderful weekend. We really mean that from the bottom of our hearts. And of course, with us are
What heart?
Chris. Welcome back, Crystal, Greg, and Morty. Greg, what are you talking about today?
Google saying RIP to the E in ECPC.
Cool. I'll be talking more about the core updates. Crystal, what do you got?
Elena Solis has lots of helpful opinions on the helpful content update.
And Morty.
GBP broken link notifications are not by appointment only.
Yada, yada, yada. And let's go, Greg.
All right, big news over from Google Ads. They came out with an announcement on Friday that starting in October 2024, search and display ads campaigns will not have the ability to select eCPC bidding. If you're not familiar with what eCPC bidding is, it's Google allowing itself to bid higher or lower based off of the intent that it thinks that a search is going to have. And if it's going to be something that could go get conversions, it'll be enhanced a bit higher. And if it thinks it's not going to, it'll bid lower. On average, it should hit roughly that CPC target that you have, or that eCPC target. This had went away last year for shopping in October, though it seemed like it still was working through like March of this year. And this will now be gone for everything, even existing accounts in 2025 in March. No specific day yet, just March 2025. And if you had something that was on eCPC and you don't make those changes, it will be switched to just manual CPC. But Google's recommendations is that you use something that's smart bidding because that is seeing equal or similar goals to eCPC.
Yep. So that news late Friday, meaning Google didn't want to cause a big ruckus with it. So they posted it up about late Friday. They only emailed those who had campaigns that fit that criteria. And it seems like people were not that upset. So
I'm surprised. I saw a lot of people like talking about it. I mean, this is again like a genius level scale for Google to be able to say, if you want to go towards conversions of any kind, just let us make the bids for you. Like, hey, we're the platform making all the money, and we're the ones that are going to accept the bids and your competitor bids and your other competitor bids. It's sort of like what you have to do now. It's a very smart move from their side of things. There still is, I still love eCPC just because sometimes you can't hit the right impression share with some smart bidding. I'm sad to see this go away. I was super sad to see it go away in shopping last year and into this year, but it's going to make them a lot more money. Bye.
It's all about the money. Actually, Google started the Department of Justice questions on what they're doing. So that starts today. So it's very exciting for everybody here on this channel to be here on that day.
Super stoked. Super stoked.
On exciting news, Google's search ranking volatility has not cooled down. You thought like after the core update would be finished, that everything will just calm down and the tools will just relax and the SEO community would be like, oh, we're all calm, we're all chill.
Kumbaya, but no, everybody come together.
Wait. Yes. Since when is the SEO community ever calm and chill?
That was an awkward pause for a while.
It's been 0 days since.
0 days since calm and chill.
Anyway, since September 3rd, when the announcement was made that the core update was done, it's been really, really heated, even throughout the weekend, this past weekend. I posted about it on Friday, but it's something I have to mention again because over the weekend, it's still even heated. Even this morning, it's super heated. So if you are noticing, a lot of people are saying like, oh, we made it through the August core update without being hit. We're good. And then it was done. And they're like, oh my God, my rankings just dived. I don't know what I'm going to do. So it's like Google gave people hope and then they ripped it out of their hearts. Talking about hearts, I spoke with Google's Danny Sullivan, the search liaison, in detail about the core update. I have a long interview that I don't know if anybody's going to read, but it's out there. And he talked a lot about hearts and heartfulness content, and we're trying to do better and hold out if you can and so forth. So if you did read it, I don't know what you got from it, but basically it's more of the same. Like Google's working hard to make it, the search results match what users want. And if you're creating great content and we're missing it, we'll do better in the future. We'll do better. And it's 11 months later and they're still doing better. And I hear you. I mean, I don't know. Danny Sullivan's in a really bad spot. I think it's a hard job. But I don't know. I know, Crystal, you have some data from Aleda's on her poll, so maybe it's a good time to talk about that.
Yeah. So I think it's tricky because there's so many algos working together at the same time. So it must be tricky for Danny and the team to sort of try to speak on all of them. Aleda has posted the information from her poll on people who were affected positively or negatively by the Google Core Algorithm August update. And it says we're seeing that on number 3 on their poll, it says, have these sites been hit by a former Google update in the last month? And a lot of people are showing that. So it says that there were a lot of people who were hit by the March update, and a lot of people were hit by the September update. So it seems like the same folks are getting slammed. The core update information that she has on the site also talks about some winners and losers in terms of visibility. She did a little partnership with Systrix and SimilarWeb. So she talks about some of that there. Interesting, you mentioned the antitrust there, because one of the websites that her data is showing has had a big change was YouTube, actually, which had a 43% change in organic search traffic during that time. GNC also had a minus 52% during that time, and then according to this, NY Post had sort of up 5,000%. MSN.com up over 1,000%. jpost.com up 400%. So it looks like there's a few news publishers that also saw a boost during that time. But there's some great data in the report. It gets into a lot of different elements, including some polling information. Is someone drilling?
Yeah,
that's what noises. Nice wall you got. Bring the team up now. But yeah, it's all from that wall behind you. It's making a statement, I guess. Yeah, I seem to upset Greg. I'm sorry.
No.
That's where you tell us how great your wall is eventually going to be.
I'm not going to say it. You're just going to have to see it with your own eyes. But
or hear it.
I wanted to circle back to something that Danny said in the article from Barry, which you should all go read if you're interested in it. And obviously, like, related to all the data that Crystal just shared there. But one thing that stuck out to me is when he said, you can't predict every site will recover to exactly where they were in September, because September doesn't exist anymore. I was like, what? Imagine if you're talking about like stocks and you're like, oh, well, September of 2023 doesn't exist anymore, so we can't tell exactly where people were. That was just a weird statement, I thought, that he made.
Yeah, I think his point was that, and he followed up by basically saying that there's new websites on the market now, and those new websites might be competing for the same results that you are, and new websites might be better or not. And it's just there's no September. There's the past is the past. Today's we know that. I think that was his point. Not that I hear what you're saying, but
that's what I'm going to tell my wife when we should celebrate our anniversary. Like, that that happened. It's gone. It's not there anymore.
I just don't think that's going to hit well with people that lost their livelihoods, being like, oh, September doesn't exist anymore. It's like, well, it surely did. And I have all this data showing that there was a September, but to say that it's trying to mix it in and say there's more stuff, I just thought that one might not hit well with people that got wiped out.
People who got hit were super upset by the interview. The people that aren't looking were very happy with the interview. So I don't know. It's more of the same. So I was hoping to get something, something unique, something, we could look forward to.
Something helpful.
More helpful.
You're being critical of Google, Barry? I thought you don't do that.
No, it was one thing in there I really pushed. I don't know if you saw in the interview where I pushed a lot, but I included one piece of it. And I'm like, sometimes programmers make mistakes. I'm like, we're going on like, is this an admission that the helpful content didn't work? Helpful, by admitting that you have to go ahead and push out another update that kind of rewards these sites that got hit hard. That some of the sites got hit hard. And I'm like, was there a bug? People make, there's engineers that make bugs. He's like, no, but we test this stuff. It can't be a bug. We didn't roll anything back. But I know I might have a team of programmers in my office, and they program stuff, and sometimes we miss stuff and there's a bug and we have to fix things. He's like, I'm like, could that be the case? He's like, I really don't know. I'm like, okay.
Right. But I mean, within some of the updates, there were bugs. So they were like, oh, my bad, there's this. And then there was the thing with Google Search Console being like not pulling through data for like
Search Console
can have bugs. Algorithms can have bugs.
So there was a big search ranking bug. And I'm like, was that anything to do with the core update? No, nothing to do with the core update. I'm like, okay, fine. Like,
I thought it was, since we're talking about this, like my article's not really important anyway. I mean, it's important, but whatever. Yeah. I thought it was weird when he said that, sites are doing good stuff and they started to see a recovery. Hopefully you'll continue to see something going forward. Possibly, maybe, who knows? But I understand, if they're doing good stuff and the algorithm is starting to, why didn't it just fully reward them if that's what if they're doing good stuff? If they're doing what you told them to do, why isn't the algorithm fully rewarding them? It made it seem like, yeah, we get that, but we have other considerations going on besides making sure your websites are ranking well.
It's the whole concept of dueling algorithms fighting with each other. So
they should figure that out.
It's also interesting because he says no one who submitted, those forms or whatever, got some type of recovery because they submitted. Which is
a lot of SEO.
So it's not a ranking factor, then you're saying.
Everyone's like, oh, those who were the loudest got a recovery because they were loud, and we should be loud on social. And Danny's like, no, that's not how it works. We do.
Clearly, they're being loud on social.
But kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Also, Google is sending you notifications when your appointment links aren't working in GBP. Then there's that. And that's it.
Thanks for that, Mordy. On that note, we'll end with that exciting little tidbit from Mordy. Everyone have a great day. Back tomorrow for more It's News. Bye-bye.
Bye.